All right. Hey guys. So today we are going to do the morning of a day trader. So this is basically what I would do every single morning. I'm going to day trade, right? You know, every day, right? Get on the grind, get on the day trading grind. So this is active investing. This is the real deal. So how what am I doing today? So what you guys are seeing right here, Yahoo Finance. This is all Yahoo Finance, right? I'm using Yahoo Finance today because I want to make this applicable to everyone who watches this video, okay? I mean, we did a whole video on broker. Usually, I'd be using my brokerage software, my brokerage screeners, everything for my brokerage. So, um, I really like interactive brokers. If I'm using TWS, which is their proprietary software, I don't want to do that because I know everyone who watches this video isn't going to use the same broker. Some people on Fidelity, TD, we did a whole video on brokers. I don't want to use one specific broker software, so I'm using Yahoo Finance today. It's got delayed feeds and it's not the greatest, but it'll get it done. Okay, I would not recommend actually trading with Yahoo Finance. Their charts are not it's not a live feed. No level 2. Level 2 is huge. The one thing that I don't have here is my level 2, my order books. If I was really doing this, I would definitely have that stuff up because it's, spread is super important, where you get your limit orders in on the feeds. That stuff's very important. But, I don't want to go into Thinkorswim. I don't want to go into Fidelity Active Trader Pro. I don't want to go into TOS because I know everyone who watches this video isn't going to use the same stuff. So this is just going to be for everyone, right? So I'm going to go through today basically everything I would do to get started for day trading for any day. And going into this, I'm going to expect, all the information in this video is coming from those stock lectures that we did together. So this is more technical analysis stuff, technical analysis Wednesdays, but definitely all of the information in this video is coming straight from stock lectures. So let's get started. Hopefully this works. I've got like the screens recording, I've got me recording, then I've got like this view coming down where it's like all the stuff I'm doing, so you should be able to get a pretty good idea. Using 2 monitors today. I have trouble using less than 2 monitors. When you're starting out, you can definitely start out on 1 monitor. Totally cool. But once you start to progress, it's really how personal it is. If you're good with 1 monitor and you're cool with that, I mean, by all means. I find it really difficult to use 1 monitor. I'd probably have a couple more if I could fit them on my desk, but I can't. So I use 2 monitors. I use 2 monitors. Totally not a requirement. You can totally do everything here with 1 monitor. Another thing to note, the way I have this laid out right now, right here, I've got my screeners. I got a chart here. I got some stuff down here I'll talk about in a sec. And then 2 charts on this main screen and then charts on another tab. This is how I'd usually have it set up, but the way Yahoo Finance works, it's tough to get like quarter screens, so I can't do like 4 charts on 1 page. I usually have 4 charts here, maybe split this up 2 or 3 charts on this left monitor. And then screeners on the top, maybe like my account information. It really just depends on the software you use, the broker you use. Setting everything up, how you lay it out is totally up to you. Just make sure you get your charts in, your order boxes in, level 2 order books. Those are, maybe not even order books, just those are the important things though. You've got everything you need. You're able to draw on your charts, add indicators quickly, do whatever you need to get done on the fly because speed, that's what matters, right? So, should be good. Let's make sure. All right, cool. So, let's start physically what I'm using. The biggest thing here is going to be a handheld calculator. It doesn't matter what it is. The reason you want this though is you got to be quick in your trading. So if you you got to come into this thinking, how much do I want each position, give or take? What am I going to be able to put into each position? So you take, whatever number you think is reasonable for your average risk, for your average position, And you can always change how much you put in a position based off how confident you are. So maybe if you're not as confident, maybe put like 70%, half, just a proportion of what you think your average position should be. And maybe if you're really confident, you do an extra 10%, extra 20% off what you think your average position would be. Just come in with a number that you want your average position to be. And usually, I'm used to having 4 or 5 trades open at the same time. But when I started, it was just 1 or 2 at a time. So maybe a little bit more than what you think your average position will be, because, you might lose money at the beginning a little bit. You gotta be careful with it. I mean, obviously, right? Just have a number and then, put that in your account. And it's really important. Today we're paper trading just because this isn't a real brokerage setup, right? But trading with real money at the beginning, even if it's just a little bit, the emotions are what really matter. So just getting your real money out there, even if it's just a little tiny bit, is going to be really important for psychologically learning how to do stuff. So calculator, right? Why do we have a calculator? We're going to take whatever number is that we want our average position to be on any given stock, right? And the instant we're starting to think about it, we got to put in how many shares we want to buy, right? Another thing I don't have here is an order box, but, pretend we have an order box and it says, limit order, market order, stop limit, blah, blah, blah. And, stop limits we talked about, it just stops you out. Those are usually really good to put in. You're just going to take whatever your number is and divide it by the price of the stock. So whatever you want your average position size to be, divide by the price of stock. And I like to have a physical calculator to do this because it's just so much faster, I think, than using a computer. And also, you're not gonna have a calculator taking up a big part of your screen. I don't that's a pretty sizable part of my screen, and I don't want taken up by a calculator. And it's pretty slow to do it like that. I think it's a lot faster and a lot more efficient to use a physical calculator. Doesn't have to be expensive. And just take whatever you want your price, however much money you want to put in, average. Figure it out in your head right before you go into a trade. Divide by the number or the price of the stock, and that's how many shares you buy. It just quickens it up, speeds it up, because speed's everything. You want to get your orders in as fast as possible once you see them coming up. For this video today, I'm not going to worry about that because this is just paper trading. So I'm just thinking about percentages. All I think about is percentages, right? I don't think about how much money I make. Just think about percentages. I think that's a good way to do it because it scales. When your account starts to grow, you start to add zeros to it. You stick with your baseline principles instead of flashing out over, how much money it is. All right, cool. So now let's get, that's pretty much it. Maybe a water bottle. Water's usually good. I mean, I like water. I'll usually drink some agua. But that's pretty much it physically. Mouse and keyboard, you're pretty much good. So, got that. Now let's go on to what I have up on my... We did the screens. These are the charts. I'm going to get here in just a sec. Second thing I have here, it's 8 o'clock, right? So... time is important. Mostly just going up to the opening bells when I'll worry about time, and towards noon. I usually trade 9 to noon. 9 o'clock I'll come on and I'll start doing my pre-market research, which I'm right about to get into, and I'll trade. Usually the volatility dies down around noon. A little before that, if I have really great morning, I can sometimes stop at like 10:30, 11. Really just depends on the day. All the days are different. It's just how volatile your days are. I don't know, I'm starting today just to get this beginning part of the video. Now, this here, I won't usually have this, but this is just so I can type in, buy AAPL, it's, whatever price. This is just to keep track of the trades we do today. So, because we're just, these aren't real trades. Because, again, like I said, Yahoo Finance, I'm not putting orders through Yahoo Finance. You can link your brokerage to them. It's just not, they're not live. It's just not a good idea. Second thing we have, music, right? I always trade with music. This is, Monster, it's just whatever music you like. That's why I get the headset on. I always trade with music. Keeps me in the game, keeps me going. Especially this hype kind of music. It just works really well for me. So I really like music. I always play music whenever I trade. Alright, well, now let's start to get into pre-market research. So let's go through the two biggest screeners I use. I guess I could full screen these, but I'm not going to because you guys can see it. So first thing I did was I went to Google. I typed in pre-market gainers. First thing that comes up is the stock market watch pre-market gainers. That's what we're gonna use pretty much every day. Well, yeah, I mean I use this all the time. It's great because it's like a percent gain screener, and it's a lot better than this other one we're using. So we'll get to that in a sec. So we're gonna use this, 8, 9 in the morning, usually 9 in the morning. See what stocks are gaining overnight, what stocks are coming up pre-market, right? And we use this before the market opens, and then as soon as it opens, we go over to Yahoo Finance. So I'm gonna go through the stocks I'd like on this chart and the stock what I look for in this in just a second. First I'm gonna go to Yahoo Finance. Another thing about this video, guys, usually I'm not gonna say a lot of the stuff I say in this video when I'm trading. I'm just, I'm usually pretty quiet. I'm just like bam, 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 thinking about it. Today's gonna be a little different. I'm gonna be, I don't know, a little bit out of the game, but I'm gonna like verbally say everything that goes through my mind and what I'm thinking when I get into positions. Just keep in mind, I'm not talking to myself when I trade, obviously, but I'm gonna explain some of this stuff as quick as I can because this is a fast-paced game. But I got an hour. It's only 8 o'clock, so I'm just gonna explain some stuff today that you can use pretty much every day, every morning. So these are pre-market stocks that are gaining, and we're using this because usually our brokers aren't gonna give us live pre-market feeds. Sometimes they do, which is great, but this is very simple. You just Google pre-market gainers, stock market watch, pre-market gainers. We'll analyze this in just a sec. Let's go over to Yahoo Finance. Like I said, I'd usually be using a broker's screener, but I'm not. I'm using Yahoo Finance just so everyone can understand what's going on. Everyone can do this. But once you pick out your broker, you're gonna want to go with your broker. So we're gonna go to screeners. And I'm not logged in to anything, so I'm just gonna push create new screener, and we're gonna go through. So first of all, US, yeah, sure, why not, right? Like, where else are there gonna be stocks? Well, I mean, okay, we're trading in the US. I don't care about market cap. I don't care about sector industry. I do care about price and another filter. I want to add last close price. Oh man, is this all right? Last close price, LTM. I'm gonna add that, and then I'm gonna add percent change and volume intraday. So keep in mind, Yahoo Finance only starts to scan once the market opens, and usually that's how most brokers work. So they only start to scan once the market opens. So I'm gonna keep my intraday volume low at the beginning. I just want 50,000 shares exchanged. I don't care about the industry. Oh, it just reset. Nice. Okay. I want the price intraday to be greater than 2 cents. Once you start to go below 2 cents, you kind of start to get into like OTC pink sheet stuff. OTC over the counter, pink sheet stuff. I don't like that. I try to keep it, somewhat not sketch. And then last close price, I want that to be less than $25. So I'm trading stocks between $25 and 2 cents usually. That's usually where you're gonna see the most volatility. Once you start to get above $25, it starts to get a lot less volatile most of the time. And once you get below 2 cents, like crazy, sketchy, low volume stuff happens where it's like market manipulation sometimes. A lot of people make some good money trading like over the counter penny stocks. They're like, fractions of a penny. And that's really cool. But it's a lot of the times you have to go through like specific brokers to do it. and it's like super sketch, and the charts are like, you see this here. This is a good example. You see this like one, this was Starbucks yesterday. This is a 1 minute chart of Starbucks at 3:32. They had this one candle where they opened and closed at the same price, and you can see it's just kind of like a flat candle right here. Yeah, you'll see like 80 of those in a row because there's like no volume, and then there's like huge up volume, and um I don't trade less than 2 cents. Usually you're not going to see many stocks under $1. But when you do, they can do some nice moves. But 50,000 volume, last close price less than 25, price over 2 cents. All we're really looking at here, guys, are percent gainers. Oh, whoops. Percent. I forgot the most important part. Percent gainers that have volume behind them. So percent change, we'll just say greater than 5%. That's pretty good. Hopefully that'll work. And this is, I guess, from last Friday because today's a Monday. But we're just going to filter this by greatest percent change. And these are the percent changes from last Friday, like I said. So we're just going to ignore this stuff until the market opens. Okay? So before I get to these screeners, I want to go to my charts real quick. Just explain what I have here. The only things I have here, if you guys have seen my indicators videos, all the stock lecture videos, you'll see these are some pretty basic charts, pretty barren charts. All I have here is the VWAP and the 50 MA. And keep in mind the 50 MA is going to be the 50-minute moving average, since these are 1-minute candles. I always, like 90% of the time, I trade 1-minute candles for day trading, and 1-minute candles. Yeah, 1-minute candles. Just that's how you're gonna usually want your stuff to be set up. You can maybe go to 5 minutes if you looking at like them. I mean, I usually stick with 1-minute candles. Especially at market open, 1-minute candles are the most important part because price action moves fast. So let's get into pre-market watch, gainers. We're not looking at losers as I talked about in the lectures, right? We talked about this. We're just looking at the gainers. These aren't going to be moving as well, usually not as, we talked about these in the lectures. So first thing, everything here is going to be pretty high mover. These are going to be what on people's scanners at the beginning of the morning. I see big gains here and a little bit less tapers off. So obviously a big one today is going to be ADMP because we see there's a big amount of volume supporting a huge move. So first thing I'm going to do, ADMP, get that on the charts. That looks like it'll be our biggest trade, at least off of what I see so far. We'll come to these in a sec. Once I pass that, we see low volume. We're just going to ignore low volume. We don't really know. This one's got a pretty good amount of volume, VMV. So we're just going to bring it over here, VMW. Pull it up on the charts. That's going to be another one we'll look at. I'd say 65,000. That's a pretty good volume. CGEN. Pull that up. And then the rest of these, PED is a little bit low volume, but a lot of it is just keeping stuff up and looking at it. And if you see something go, if you don't see something, just ignore it. Totally fine. Dell is too expensive to trade. That's just out of my price range. Not, it's just, they probably, I don't know. Earnings, who cares? Just too much, too expensive. Oh, VMW is did I type that? Yeah, VMW is $150 stock. We're not trading that. That's too expensive. It's just, usually you're not going to see those intraday pattern setups that we're looking for. Tesla too, it's just too expensive. So with that said, I guess we'll change this over to TRXC. And those are pretty much the biggest ones I see here, just based off of percent change, having it, in our price range. It's not like we can't take a $363 stock and trade it. But with these more expensive stocks, there's usually less attention. Not less attention, but less volatility. So you're not going to see a sporadic movement most of the time. So I usually just ignore 'em. And then volume. We're just looking for high volume, decent volume. It's really just, do you think it's just, you kind of have to just eyeball it. I usually try for like 15,000 volume. 13,000, it's not bad. Over 10,000. Just nothing like super low, like 20, 50, 100, like that's, 1,000 shares. That's pretty low. It's usually an unjustified movement. Chipotle, just because I had that up. So yeah, we're not looking at that. Okay, now that we have that, it's 8:15. I'll just go through the basics of the charts and then we'll cut to market open. So the first thing I'm gonna look at, we saw ADMP looked like a really nice trade today. I'm gonna go like the 5-year maximum chart, and see if I can identify any support resistances over time. So obviously this has not been a great chart. I'm just clicking the little draw tool right here, and we're gonna draw lines. So what is this stock pre-market? $5. All right. Well, I mean, if it matters, it's a pretty big resistance at about 18. We see a double top, give or take, right there. We also see a head and shoulders set up right here from those lectures. This is all just stuff from that. So this is the resistance pretty much for the head and shoulders, for the shoulder part of it. That's $13. And next thing I see is a huge drop off here. But I don't really see anything at this price level. I mean, I guess there's this a little bit, something to look out for. We might start to see resistance around 8.5. Sure, why not? Always good to destroy lines. I see a double top resistance, triple top resistance. We saw it here, here, and here. So even here, so it's about 4. That looks like that'll be a strong resistance. That's gonna be a tough one to break. That's at what's that at? Oops. Give or take $6.80. And maybe the last one I see is right here at the 515 mark, 520. Because we see right here, consolidation right here, went under right here, and bottomed out right here. So this is a solid one. These two are going to be solid ones, the lower two ones. And considering that we're at 520, I'm not really going to worry about stuff under that. So we're going to go back to our daily chart, 1 minute chart, and we're just going to leave it like that. Same thing with TRXC. We'll go zoom out. There we go. It's going to look different, but this is basically what all your charts are going to look like. This stock is at 478. TRXC, yeah, 478. So we're right at this $5 mark. Biggest resistance I see are right, boom, boom, boom. 3 peaks that came right around at the same level. So I'm going to click my draw tool. And we're just going to draw a line right over those 3 peaks. We're at the $6 level. You can see that's going to be a big resistance. That's about all I see with this stock. So, let's see. Yeah, it's already broken past. It's at 520. Sometimes I'll draw lower boundaries. So I guess this is a pretty good one. We see a lot of consolidation here and a breakout here. So this is going to be a very good support since it's historically a resistance and support. So yeah, that'll be a good price point. That'll be a nice little channel for us to look at. So back to the daily. And we'll leave it at that. You can see, you can't really see a lot of these lines because these charts haven't adjusted to where the price actually moved to yet. So you can see that the candle would be at $5. And the candle here would be at like 470, 480. So right up around here. So we can see our range that we're going to be trading on both of those. Our other stock was CGen. So I can't spell. Still can't spell. Yeah, that's another reason I don't like finance, is a little slow looking up quotes. But what are you gonna do? So, up 16% pre-market. That's pretty nice. Zoom out as much as we can, and let's see. The price on CGen is $4. So I see right around here is a pretty solid resistance. I'm just gonna draw that. Yeah, right about there. Bottom here is a little bit of stuff. Yeah, peaked here. It's a pretty nice resistance. I'll draw that one right around there. Yeah. And don't worry at the beginning if your lines aren't great. Oh yeah, and see these two price levels translate perfectly to this head and shoulders setup. So that's nice. This is really good. Yeah, those are some great lines. I like those lines. I think I'll also draw bottom here because we can see bottom, 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 and some resistancy stuff around here. So that's going to be a nice one too. I'm going to draw that a little bit straighter, a little more straight. Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, we don't want to have it too curved. These are basically horizontal lines, horizontal support resistances. And we'll leave it at that. 385 it's at right now, so looks like upside up to about 470. I don't see, there's like a slight level right around at the 420 mark, 410 mark. Yeah, about the 420 mark, there's a little bit of stuff. I see a little consolidation historically at the 420 mark, $4. So I'll keep an eye out for that. But I'm just gonna get out a piece of paper, or I'll just write down 42 on CCgen. Sometimes I'll just do it like this, but most of the time I usually have a piece of paper if I want to write stuff down like that. Then I can do it. Alright, well that's that. Last one to look at this morning before the market opens is going to be PED. And keep in mind, guys, like this is, 30 minutes before the market opens. All you're doing is getting your gainers up. Usually you'll have your charting software. It'll just save how your layout is. And you'll save your screeners and stuff. So all you really have to do is just, grab your stuff, whatever, water, calculator, whatever you need. Pull up your computer, open it up real quick. Just get these stocks up and pull up the ones you like. It really is just personal, whatever you like. Get your stuff going, music if you need it, if you like music. And this is just like a quick 30-minute pre-market screening. We're just going through what we think will be the moving for today. Oh, wow. This stock looks like it had a big move yesterday. Is that? Yeah, went from... Okay, usually when a stock has a really, really big move, this stock went from 30 cents to, I don't know, 450. I mean, definitely over $3. So about a 10, at least a tenfold increase in like, is this a daily chart? Yeah, these are daily candles, so 3 days. Usually I try to stay away from stuff like that. Yeah, the two stocks basically I'll stay away from are ones that are up a lot in the short term. I mean, we can see like no movement whatsoever, then a huge spike up. I usually avoid that kind of stuff. And then the other kind of stocks I'll avoid are the ones where I take a day trade on them and I make a loss for whatever reason. I lose money on the trade. Usually I'll avoid that stock for the rest of the day. So we see a huge run up in the past couple of days here, and they're still up 23% pre-market, which is pretty freaking crazy. So let's see. Splits are always good things to look at. These are some pretty sizable splits, reverse splits. These are reverse splits, so we can usually see big price action upward after reverse splits. Fair enough. So we had two 1 to 10 splits pretty recently, and then these were a while ago. But, I mean, 2017, we would have seen price movement if there was going to be price movement. And, there was some price movement. Sometimes when splits are important, if there was a split, like if there was a split yesterday, that's when we would start to really care. And we'd really say, oh, okay, there was a split yesterday. a reverse split yesterday. Usually reverse split on these cheap stocks. You usually see reverse splits. We talked about this. Then you might say, oh, reverse split, there's some potential for upside here. And this is a weekly candle. But yeah, this stock, mostly down. It's at, what's it at, $4? So if I don't see, I guess there's some consolidation resistance right around here. Draw it for fun. That's right around the 320 mark, 340. But they're already above that. So if we do see it break this previous high, breaking previous highs is like a really good indicator of upward movement. That's like the basis of the ABCD movement, ABCD pattern. Is breaking the previous high, and that's going to be really important just for how stuff goes. So if it breaks a new high, I might look at it, might pull some attention on it. But as it stands, PED, I mean, it's already got pretty low volume pre-market. It's not like super high like ADMP. So yeah, I'll keep it up. Usually, I'll have these spread out so I could have them. I could look at all of them at the same time. And if I see a movement, I can jump on it. So that's what I'll do. It's about 8:30, and I don't know. I think I started this around 8. But usually you're gonna want to get all your pre-market analysis done by the opening bell. You start at 9. I usually start at 9. You can start a little early if you want. Totally cool. Just depends on your time schedule. But usually I'll just do pre-market analysis for about half an hour. And another great thing you can look at is news, so like a catalyst on these. Obviously this doesn't have it, but if I'm using like a real brokerage software, a lot of times they'll have like feeds for specific stocks. You pull up a stock and it says, ADMP is a pharmaceutical company. Maybe they got a new patent or a drug approval. And I can pull that up real quick and look at it on finance. But usually I'm just going to expect a live feed to come through for whatever software I use. So it says, they're in a new product, an agreement. I mean, nothing, that's not as, some people think it's big. But, when I trade these stocks, guys, when you're day trading these stocks, nothing really, like, you're not going to remember the name of this company in a week, usually. You're not going to, the size actually kind of is pretty good, because usually the lower size, lower market cap, that means lower float, which means less shares available, which usually means more volatility. But, I mean, besides that, like earnings, PE, like, none of this really matters. We're looking at spread. I guess spread matters, so the spread here is actually really tight. What the heck? Pre-market spread at least. Oh yeah, another thing with Yahoo Finance is you aren't going to be able to see the pre-market movement. Sometimes in pre-market, the day before, you start to see some levels that it makes, like new highs in pre-market, support resistance in pre-market. You don't see that with Yahoo Finance. It could be another reason you want to use your broker's software and look at that pre-market activity, because you might see some nice lines in that pre-market activity. But anyway, what we were talking about, earnings, like revenue, it doesn't matter. We're not trading these. Like, these are 1-day trades. You get in, you get out, and that's it. You don't care. You don't have any connection to these companies. I mean, basically, you're just getting in, you're getting out 99% of the time. You don't hold a position more than a day. That would be swing trading. These aren't swing trades. Trading pre-market gainers is quick stuff. You just in and out. So yeah, this will be a pretty long video, but I'm basically just going to go through an entire morning of trading. And hopefully, if you guys stick around for the whole thing, great. Up until here, this is just all like setting the footwork for trading in the morning. And then after this, I guess I'll cut to market open and we'll start to do the actual trading. Yeah. Volume's important too. We talk about all this in the technical analysis classes, so I'm not gonna go over everything we've already taught. You guys got it down on lock. Yeah. So now that we have our pre-market ones pulled up, I'm just going to switch over to our finance screener and refresh everything once the market opens in an hour and 1 minute. Excuse me. Alright, guys. That's pretty much the basics. I'll see you when the market opens. Alright, well, 9:28, and we're just about ready for the market to open. We're right where we left off. Let's see if anything new came up. We got about a minute till increased volume. GBR, was that on our list? No. Okay, GBR just popped up 43%. They're a $6 stock, good volume. I don't have time to do lines on them. All right, PED, BLFS, everything looks good. Not trading. Dell's too expensive. Tesla's off the gappers, unfortunately. And that looks like that's going to be that, guys. So we're just waiting for the market to open. I'll quickly see if I can draw any big lines here. Got a couple minutes. They're at $5. What is this? This needs to go away. There we go. They're at 5. They looks like they had a run up previously. Upward support at 465. Yeah, that's going to be our resistance line right there, 465. That's a bad line. And we're just seeing that here because this is like an upward wedge bull flag from the videos, right? So we've just, okay, 9:30, boom. ADMP looks like the biggest trade today. Up 50%. Let's see how it opens. Yeah, this is another thing with Yahoo Finance. It just kind of always has a little bit of a delayed feed. You just kind of have to live with it. Unfortunately. Filter by biggest gains over here. And we see GBR. Yeah, that's an interesting one. We'll watch that. Let's see if I can get any of these to show me my first candle. Alright, boom. ADMP looking like it's going down. We're looking at everything as it goes, watching everything open. These stocks I don't have live feeds on yet. Kind of sucks. That's what you get when you use Yahoo Finance. Like I said, everything will be easier once you have your brokers. So 1 minute looking like it's pulling back. I'm not going to get in it until I start to see it go back up or see something happen with it. GBR looks like it's going up right off the open. I don't see a lot going into it. What's the volume on it? 500,000? That's a pretty big movement. 650. Where my line's at? Okay. Okay, that's a new high. I like that. That's good. Let's look at the 5-day. All right, big drop there on ADMP. GBR's taken off pretty quickly. I can barely see the candles. Okay. Ooh, big drop there. Let's see if anything else is doing anything interesting. Maybe I get my first candles on PED. No, I cannot get my first candles on PED. They're at 265. They should be right here. Nothing there. Nothing here. Looks like ADMP and GBR are going to be the biggest interesting movers. Let's look at the daily chart. GBR should have 2 candles here. I don't, unfortunately. But the VWAP moved straight up with that one. Let's see the VWAP on ADMP. I talked about VWAP earlier. I'm sure you guys remember that. These 1 minute candles. Yeah, like I said, not the best feeds with finance, but it'll get it done. So, at the beginning, usually sometimes we'll see stuff that gaps up and then just shoots up. Those are ones you can kind of just jump in and bang, sell out as soon as you're done with them. Oh, yeah, boom. GBR, yeah. I don't have a good feed on that, but unfortunately I did not. I think that might have been a circuit breaker. I doubt it. That was only a 30-second halt. Yeah, just go straight up. First 1 minute pullback. It's at 7.2. Yeah, I just, man, it's a great Great trade. Wait for a 1 minute pullback if I see it. It's going to be tough to get in now. I didn't see it at the beginning, and now everything, there is just nothing. Next resistance, you just can't tell, maybe 10. Ups 80%. I'm going to wait for a 1 minute pullback. Okay, PED, nothing. Refresh. This could be a good reversal if it hits the VWAP I'm in. Just gotta basically refresh these charts. Oh, I see red. This is gonna be a tough one because it's way above the VWAP now. I didn't get in quick enough because I didn't see the feeds. Boom. PED. Is it gonna... Yeah, let's get in PED at 2.8. Boom. Already shot up. So with that play, guys, what you need to do is just have a button right here, mark it by the instant you see it break that VWAP you're in. So, wordful. Oh gosh, can't spell. Sell target on PED is gonna be probably right about 310. If we can see up here, we're gonna see a base resistance. This could be a nice upward wedge on TRXC. Sell half. Yeah, we missed that move. All right, boom, we're out. Sell market right here. Sell limit order. 297. Yeah, 297. All right, bounce up to 3. I'm sure if it breaks that, it'll be good. But I'm gonna pull over here to TRX because I like this pattern more. Oh, $8 on this. I'm proud of it. I think this one's getting halted, and that's why the feeds aren't great. Halts just happened. This one failed the wedge. We see that. We're gonna ignore that for 5 minutes. Halts happen when like the stock moves too fast, or there's it's fear of insider trading, stuff like that. News comes out. Circuit breaker halts. So the stock they'll stop trading for like 5 minutes, which is probably what happened here. It just went up too fast, too much volume. It halted. So we'll see how it opens after that. I can't tell, honestly, guys. This feed just isn't good enough, whether it's a halt or no movement. We're out of PED. We sold PED. Huge drop in TRXC. Let's see. Where's CGen? We saw resistance. Yeah, it's not even getting close to 4. This could be a good reversal. Sell at 420 off that resistance we saw earlier. Where's the VWAP on this? Oh, this is nice. Okay, so it opened up. Ooh, this is a tough call on GBR because we can see the VWAP's at 7. The thing's at 8 too. And, that's really extended. The 50 MA is all the way at 4. Just don't see it. If you don't see it, guys, don't take it, Totally fair. Looks like PED was a good sell, just under 3. I'm glad we did that. That was a good trade. We saw it break the VWAP, sold it, boom, got it. I think ADMP is going to be our next trade. Let's check our screener. Screener. See if we get any new stocks up on here. RSYS. Boom. 2.2 million. I absolutely love it. Let's see it. RYSY. You gotta be able to adapt. Just pick up. Did I spell that wrong? RS. Oh my god. Okay. Pull that up. This looks nice. Didn't see this in the pre-market. Looks like it just shabunked right up. It's a dollar stock. I like it. Ola, watch it go. If it breaks through this, we can see an upward price target of what is it? A $2 stock? Yeah. 270 is going to be our sell target, just off of this resistance right here. And looking at everything else, we'll bring that over here. I like that. Definitely good. 270 sell target. We'll draw that in. From here, we're to see that consolidation. Dump. You got to do it quick. You can't really think about it. So if we see it break the VWAP, I think an upward price movement to $2.70 on this stock. This stock took an L. We're not trading PED anymore. We're out of PED. Made trade on PED. GBR could break up again. It's just too risky, man. I don't see it. The only way I'm going to get in this is if we can see this is a first shoulder and an inverse head and shoulder setup. Let's see if there's anything else on here. CEI. CEI. Okay. TRCX just broke the VWAP. That's big. Ooh, I like that. All right, if we can get above 4.6, upside is. I don't have anything drawn in, do I? Ooh, that's big. That is big. Oh yeah, this is the one. Yeah. Ooh, that's risky, man. We see a big ABCD, but it's kind of like a wedge right there. Well, that's a tough call. Definitely a tough call. I'll tell you what, I'm going to stay out of this unless I start to see it hit towards high a day, because this is really a little sketch. It's had too much price movement in the past couple days to really justify. You know, that's a really big price movement. Everything's super low. Went from $1 to $6. Man, that's a tough call. I'll watch it. I'll see if I see anything big with it. I'm not going to buy it straight off the VWAP, though. I don't want to buy it just because of that. I don't see an ABCD set up. It's just too quick for that. All right, CGen. And we said RSYS. Where's RSYS? Right here. Also watching ADMT. Those are going to be two. We're going to look it off gapping. Here's GBR. Looks like it's going sideways. I don't like that. It's just too sketch. What's the volume on GBR? 2.6 million. Okay, so it's got good volume. So that's got to be a circuit breaker hold. Okay. PED. PED. Yeah. Sideways. That's not looking good. This one's gapping up, man. TRXC. It's a tough one. It's a little bit choppy. It's hard to tell. I'll give it 5 minutes and see where it goes. Everything over here should be the same. Let's see what CEI does. Oh, they've been moving. Okay, 90 cents. I like it. Oh, boom, broke the VWAP. Dang, we missed that one, eh? Not big deal. We'll see if we can get a pullback. That's a nice move. GBIDMTT. No volume on this one. We're not going to trade that one, obviously. This one's interesting. PED. Right. We're trading PED. That one's a little bit sideways. I really like what CEI did here. If you guys just look at this, you see it broke the VWAP and then it shot up. That's a really nice trade. I'm sorry I missed that one. But it's okay. Let's see if we can get in on it later. This, we're looking at 80 MP and RSYS do the same thing. But it's tough because we can't really have them all open at the same time. So I'm going to put RSYS over here. Finance. We've got our screeners. We've got about 8 stocks up. I'm pretty happy with how it looks right now. Don't need anything new. We're just watching these to break. And as soon as they break, you're just going to push that market buy button. Or not, I mean limit buy too, you know. Limits are good because you can really control what you get filled at. You can see this one's gapping up. If we can see a 1 minute pullback, I might get in on it. Nothing to see. Yeah, see, this has been sideways. Oh, it's starting to gap up. I like it. The instant it touches 456, I'm in. Even, I mean, we can get an early entry at like 450. Yeah, if it keeps going up to the right, let me draw our line in. Easy. If we can see this break, I want to see this go sideways for about 1.5 more minutes, and then I'm in on it. Totally in on it. Let's see that go. We're looking at TRXC on this side. Kind of watching that. Oh, boom. All right, yeah, let's get in on this. 448. Limit order buy 448. And that is ADMP. All right, ADMP 448 buy. What's our upward price target on this? Probably, let's see, 448, 525. I see this line right here across here. Yep, 550, 525. Where's this? Right about here. I like this. About the 550 mark. 550. 550. All right. Let that go. Oh, RSYS gapping up. That's nice. If we can see it break the VWAP, it might be big on that. Put in a market buy. Start to see this move, hopefully. What are you doing here? Yeah, not bad, not bad. Refresh that. 4-5, okay. Looks good, looks good. It's going towards the VWAP. It just needs to go sideways and up. TRXC moved, but I'm more interested in RSYS. So if we can see this thing touch the VWAP, will be big. What's the volume on this? Come on, Yahoo Finance. Intraday volume is 3 million, so we definitely have good liquidity here. The spread is very tight, as we just saw. I like it. If we hit like 558, yeah, 558. We're looking for this to break the VWAP. I think 550, 525 is our sell target right here. Let's see if anything else moved while we were doing that. PED, CGen. This is not a good. I don't see anything there. I see a huge downtrend here. Nothing great. I'll watch it to break the VWAP. I'll watch it to touch the 50. I don't think it'll touch the 50. We'll see if it touches the VWAP. It's right in the middle, so it could go either way. CEI still going up. GBR had an interesting candle there. That looks like a Yahoo Finance candle if I've ever seen one. What's this hit? 437? Why is this at 437? Where is our chart? Why is our chart not showing what this is? But it says it's up here. Where is it? See, this is another reason, guys. You just gotta get your live feeds in because it failed. Yeah, so didn't see that at all. It broke up to 4.6, and yeah, it just dumped down. So unfortunately, we didn't have a stop loss order on that, so we're gonna have to get out of that trade. The instant, obviously, guys, we didn't have a great feed on this, but the instant you see it break below a previous candle on a huge red downtrend, that's when you're going to want to stop out. So 448, we would have stopped out. Obviously, we didn't get filled on that candle because you're on finance. So we'll be out around the 443. I see the 443 price right there. A little bit of a failed movement, which is sad, but that's okay. See, like, this is just what I mean. Not great feed. Not a big deal. But I'm going to say we got stopped out about 440. I mean, now it's at 47, but we just can't. I mean, what's this thing doing? You just can't. You know, it's at 4.5 now. Just not looking great. So sell that at 448. Just don't have a good feed on this one. All right, let's try to look for our next position. PED, still looking for RSYS to break VWAP. It's trailing below it. Nothing really going on that. We'll keep this up just to see how it moves because this chart's kind of messed up. But I mean, once you fail the VWAP, it's just not going to happen. Let's get our screener up, see if we have anything new going up. I think CEI is maybe short, but I'm not going to short that. It's moving. See if anything new comes up here. GBR, that's our biggest mover now. Wow, okay, taking the cake. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely had it. 106 at 870. Wow. Great move there. Yeah, they circuit breakered. Might done twice. That's an awesome move. Definitely. Yeah, it's tough to take. Like with this charting stuff, I just couldn't see that. So my mistake. Maybe someone. I mean, tons of people today made money off that. So there you go. Yeah, that's that. Let's see if we can have anything new here. TNTR. Watch that. Watch PED. But I just don't think PED's going to be a good trade today. It's had a terrible morning. So I am going to stop paying attention to that. And I'm going to start paying attention to CEI and GBR. Here's a nice setup. TNTR. Ooh, I like that. Boom, run up yesterday. That looks nice. If we can break this high a day, upward price target of 50 cents easily. I mean, yeah, 40 cents. Let's say 40 cents. All right, that looks nice. We'll put that over here. Just a little cut pattern with huge movement from the beginning of the day. That's really great. That's a terrific mid-morning moving ABCD pattern. I absolutely love it. The instant we touch 334, we're at 334. I mean, yeah, 334. If we can get 334, I'm gonna put like you at this point is where you'd put in like a conditional order. So if the price hits 34 cents, then you will buy it at 34 cents or market buy or whatever you want to do on your specific brokerage. So that's what we're gonna put in a conditional order at 34 cents on TNTR. As soon as I see 34 cents up here, I'm going to consider it filled. Alright. It's 9:50, but wow, was that a good 20 minutes. Okay. Anything else over here? I still want to watch yeah, PED's just bad trade. Biggest volume. TNTR, 3 million. All right, that's really good. CEI though, 10 million. Yeah, because they had that huge run, not fair. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm looking at volume right now to see which ones the stocks have the most attention on them right now and which ones could be breakouts. I see a 1.3 on TRXC, which I like, but I don't like the patterns on it. I also don't like our feeds on TNTR, but I'll live with it. Looks like we haven't gotten filled yet. The price is going sideways a little. But the instant it breaks 34 cents, we're in, and we're trying to get sold, filled around 40 cents. High end 50. Oh, this is interesting. This is TRXC. This could be a good trade. Go into our daily. If this goes sideways and down, it might bounce off the VWAP, but that's all I see on it. Okay, yeah. CGen is right in between the 50 and the VWAP. We'll see if it goes up. We can short. If it goes down, we'll bounce up. We'll buy it long. See if RSYS broke through. Ooh, did they break through? No, but they're getting close. I'll leave them up over here. See. TNTR is what I care about right now, and I see it going down to 30. That's unfortunate, man. They could have been a good trade. They really could have. All right, we're going to cancel that order. That's out. Not making that trade. They came back down to this support resistance area down here, unfortunately. Oh well. If you're a little more risk tolerant, or you wanted to be a little less risky, you would put your conditional buy order for this trade right around where this high was, so about 34, 35 cents. All right. We made a trade on this. It just, yeah, it's going sideways, going below the VWAP. I just don't see a lot here, unfortunately. Could have been a good one, man. Definitely could have been a good one. And maybe we'll see that. I'll leave that there. I'll let that go. Make sure this is going. All right, cool. Yep. All right, let's check the screeners. GBR is still the biggest mover, but I think the momentum on that was out of it. It hit that breaker and then it just shut off. Oh, it didn't. Okay, so those are candles. Oh, those are great candles. Yeah, guys, this is like if you see this in the morning, and you see it break the VWAP and just shoot off, Like, I didn't see that because finance had delayed feeds, unfortunately. But if you see it break this, just set a stop loss, like right here. Let me set a like just pretend we're right in this morning area. You'll set a stop loss like 550, and just let that run, and set a trailing stop loss. So you get up here. It got to 814 and then dropped to 760, 70, 80. I mean, take profit there. Take profit as it goes up. First red candle, take profit. That's a great trade. That's an easy setup right there, guys. Okay, looks like ADMP is filling out this wedge, which would be great if we could see that. Definitely a possible sell or a buy. I mean, yeah. Upward on TRCX. We're out of this trade for good reason. Just doesn't look like a lot here. The VWAP got destroyed. I mean, that's just a bad setup. I don't see anything there, unfortunately. Head and shoulders, nah. I mean, it's a long shot. I like this, though. This is a nice triangle. I know I took a trade on this. 448, 448, yeah, because it went up here and then it came right back down. But if we can see it break that again, I mean, that's a big upside. I think we said 525, 550 on that. I mean, I didn't take a loss on that trade, so I'm not against it. I'll tell you what, I'll do a conditional order if it touches 453. This is ADMP. All right. Hey. Waiting for the stock feed to come in here on the screener. Same stuff, same stuff. Bassy popped up. About 1 million shares on that. But we're watching ADMP right now. We'll throw Bossy on another chart over here. There goes CEI. Just dropped down the VWAP. We'll see probably downward movement to the 50, 70 cents, give or take. But I'm not going to short because I know a lot of people can't short. Okay, Bassy. Ooh, Bassy looks nice. I'll be honest. 1 million share volume on this? That's a huge upward wedge. I love it. Boom, boom. Ooh, that's steep though, man. I could see it failing that, especially with the 50 this low. How old's this stock? It's about it's done some stuff before. Definitely has. We've still got our conditional order over here at 453. High side on this trade's about $3, 350. Whoa. Dude, that's a big pop. Oh my god. How did we not see that? Did that yeah, this popped up obviously. Good trade there. I didn't have good feeds on that, but what you'll do there is just same thing here. Conditional order. See the resistance, and it just shot right up. So that was a bad trade we missed. But we'll live. You miss a lot of stuff. ADMP dropped below this line we just drew. Looks like it's not going to shoot up again today, so I'm going to cancel that order. Looks like Bassy made its biggest move of the day. We said the upside on this was about $3, but I don't want to get in after that giant movement, so looks like that's that. Yeah, and it came right back down, unfortunately, but that was a good movement. Definitely a good setup. Missed it, just didn't have the feeds, didn't have the order boxes, unfortunately. But you know where we got that, guys, was our screener, so that's what you learn from that, is just keep the screeners going, and you'll be good. See if this breaks the VWAP. Nope. Still going sideways. But the instant it touches the VWAP will be good. Just don't want to miss it. It's tough because you don't have like life. You got to refresh everything. I'm looking at GBR. I don't see a lot. It's probably limited upside after that movement. I'll draw a wedge pattern, but that's about all I can see from it. And that's a bad, it's more like a, yeah. Not a fan of that. Not a fan. See, this came down to the 50. That's not good. Well, it's like, if you buy at the 50, let's see, it came up to 50. We'll leave it open. This looks like it's going to taper off for the rest of the day, so I think we're done with ADMP. PED, not looking too good. No, this is just going to kind of taper off. I like Bassy. Bassy's moving again right in that pattern we saw. So, oof. It could, I think it's a little bit higher. We could see another breakout if it keeps going in this pattern, or we could see a drop, stop loss, and this is about 212, 215. Don't want to let it go below there. Okay. I think these are done. Only thing left to really look at CEI, but they're under that too. This one popped up off the VWAP, but I just don't see a good setup on that. I'm going to go back to my screeners and look for something new. CGen, same thing. GBR, RSYSC, BASI, ADMP, BLFS. Okay, that's a new one. Only 400 in volume. Let's see how it looks. Popped up, drew down. Okay, low volume on it, so I'm not a huge fan. It's not that low, but it's not great. PED, SNCR. It's got good volume. It's got good movement. That's what I like about it. Volume must have been pretty recent because these candles don't have any movement whatsoever. Not a fan. Look at, you see all these dead candles, just no volume, no liquidity in this apparently. I wonder how they got, that's a good amount of volume, but just bad historic volume. We'll keep it open for just about 4 minutes, see how it goes. I think we're just about done with PED. Watching RSYS still, if it breaks the VWAP. Oh, it took a big L. Well, that's not good. But I'll tell you what, guys. If we can see this 50 on the 1 minute chart hit this, that'll be great. That'd be terrific. Watch Bassy, see if it breaks out of this triangle pattern. Yeah, right there. Hit it up again. That's really cool. I wish I had 4 screens up. But that's a good trade. That's like 230, 240. Not huge, but definitely a huge mover today. Could have made a good bid on that. We see this too. So pattern wedge right there. And you can trade that. Entry there, breaks up through that and into the upward wedge. Another one up here. So really good one. Didn't see it off the screeners, so we didn't have it up. It's just how it works. Because it was up, $2, so $1.60. So, about 212 I saw. It was 70. %30 gain. Yeah, it was a 30% gainer. At didn't see it up here. Now it's 40%. So not bad at all. Good mover. Didn't see it in the pre-market. Just started going up. So yeah, good thing to watch out for. Done with ADMP today. TNTR, is it going to bounce off the 50? I'll leave it up for 5 minutes. See if this moved. It's at 705. Yeah, just no volume to back it up. PED might bounce off the 50. Very good possibility considering how low it's been going. Do I have any lines drawn in the immediate term? No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, this is the one that moved up a lot. So, probably not going to see too big a movement off of this. But we'll see. TRXC, I think we might be done with that one for the day. Big upward movement. It was hard to see. It was, you could sort of kind of see a wedge here, but what I mean by that is like resistance, support into it. Wasn't a bad setup. Definitely wasn't a bad setup. We missed that. We were looking at other stuff. Good trade there you could have made. Yep, definitely. So we'll leave that at that. And we'll go. Are we done with CGen? Nope, still in between these two. Not a lot of movement there. I'm thinking a short on Bassi. If we see the end of this, low side's about 2 to the MA, which would be nice for sure. As soon as we see it touch right about where this line is, we'll definitely know on that one. We're watching for upside on this one, RSYS. Give this about 2 minutes until it hits that line. Oh, this one just dumped through the VWAP. Yeah, not the VWAP, the 50 MA. And it's right where the 50 MA bottomed out twice before. That's a big down movement. Wow. Okay, so possible buy there, definitely. It's at 242, 239 on the top left, 238, 2 red candles. I like that. I'll pull up stochastics on this. Yeah, that's a big dump. I like it. I definitely like it. Let's get in at 230, 238. Yeah, 238. 238. On a PED. Now we're at 2.4. Why do I not see that in the chart? Well, that's a good question. Upside here's probably about the 50 MA. 3/4 of that is 2.5. I'll probably start selling at 2.5. Looking to short Bassi if it hits that line. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm not going to mess with this one, guys. It keeps going up. It's a really cool one. Not long on it, unfortunately. We'll see how PED does. At 4.3, I think 4.5's our sell. 4.5, yeah. 4.5. Oh, 2.5, I mean. Yeah, 2.5. In at 238. We could possibly see a reverse if it touches the 50. I really wish I had a live feed right now. The price on top left says 243, so it's right about here. We just added stochastics to that off the flick of our head because we thought it was oversold. And we were right a little bit. 4.6 now, so getting close to 4.5. Or 2.6, I mean, getting close to 2.5. Okay. Let's see if anything moved on GBR. We saw this down 10. I really wish I could get like a real chart on PED because I literally can't see where the price is. But what are you gonna do? Looks like a good green candle. We'll wait for first red candle. to think about selling. GBR broke through this again. This has been a terrific mover today. Very good play. Wow. That's a great one. $245. TNTR. Let's see if that one moved through the MAs. No, just sitting at the 50. Alright, we'll put that off to the side. $17 million volume on CEI. That means it's gonna have a lot of attention on it. 246 here. It's tough. You can't really get bad feed on it, unfortunately. Let's see. We see stochastics average around the 55 mark. So as soon as we see that, I think we'll be out. But we can't just trade off stochastics because we know that's not gonna give us an accurate feed. So we gotta read this well. Okay, CEI just hit the 50 MA. That's pretty big. So we're gonna start to see some big movement here. I like it. I've got stochastics on here. It looks pretty oversold. If we can go for a secondary movement, is this the first big movement it's had in 5 days? No. This is, yeah, oof. It had a big movement the past 4 days. That makes me skeptical. It does make me skeptical. I'll see how it bounces off this candle. If it goes towards the VWAP, it's possible upward movement to about the 1.3 mark. That's just based off of proportions from here to here by 3 is about 1.3. BAM, that's about 3 times BAM. This looks good. See it moving up. Watching the stochastics to downtrend, but I'll give it 4 minutes to move. Start a 4-minute timer. RSYS. I'm just giving this 4 minutes to give it 4 more candles to be green or red. My stop loss on this, well, I got profit taker, I guess. I'm at 238. Profit taker at 242. So if it hits, oh wait, we're at 240. Not looking good for this, but I also don't know why it says 245 here. We're at 242. Oh yeah, came, bopped it. Dang, I thought we'd hit 250. But what are you gonna do? Alright, 50 starting to come up close to RSYS. I like it. Very good stuff. Probably conditional buy order at 151. I'll keep that in my head. Got 2 minutes left on this trade. It's at 242. Let's see how Bassi moves so far. Yeah, it's still going up. It's a really nice trade. I just don't know how high that can go, and I am not going to risk it. I mean, every single thing here's a wedge, but you just can't see where it's going. It's a tough call, but I just don't have the risk tolerance for that right now. GBR. Oh, boom. Is that a real candle? We're at 150. Did that just no? Man, Yahoo Finance messes with you. You guys saw that candle. That candle made me scared. Oh my gosh. I'll put a conditional buy order in at 150, 152. If it hits 152, then we'll buy at market on RSYS. And we still have an open position in PED. We've got about a minute and a half, 10 seconds left in that position to see it move. If it doesn't move, we're out of it. Stop loss for that at 238. We're not going to lose money. Bassy looks like a great trade, but I know the instant I get in it, it's just bad. That is just so extended. I can't take a trade on that knowing how it could go. Because the downside on that's like $2. The upside is marginal. It's just not worth the risk. Conditional orders in on RSYS. So if that moves, we'll be in it, which is good. We're just taking that trade because we see this 50 moving average coming right towards the VWAP and the price is in the middle. So it can be a good trade if it goes up off that. If it breaks the VWAP, then our price target is probably price target. Yeah, 280. Yeah, 280. A little under 280. If we could get that, oh my gosh. Primary price target at $2 probably. So we'll see if it breaks that. If it does, it'll be big. If it doesn't, we'll live. Other movers today, that's about it. 15% here, low volume. TNTR. Alright, timer's up. This stock costs $2.38. We got stopped out. There's that. That's our trade. Our trade's done. We stopped out at PED. Unfortunate. I thought we could see a movement up higher, but it just didn't happen. Could have sold here. It failed it. Yeah. I thought it'd be around the 2.5 mark. Just didn't make it. So play off stochastics, but stochastics just didn't. It should have gone higher, but didn't. So that's that. We're done with PED for the rest of the day. TNTR. Nothing on that yet. See, the instant Bassy hits this line and goes through it, I am all up on shorting it because it's got such a big downside. It looks like it broke it here, but it came back, so it looks like it's got the potential to go down and up. So I'm going to wait for it to either hit the VWAP or have a 5-minute pullback. So I'm going to change to 5-minute candles and wait for there to be a 5-minute pullback below this line. Possibly below a secondary line I see on this 5-minute chart from here to... Oh, no, wait. Here to... Here. Go back to the 1-minute chart and we'll see how it goes. I don't know why we have so many lines here. Yeah, that's a fine line. That's good enough. We'll see 10:20. We have 2 minutes and that'll come up. Wish I had my phone, but it's recording. I usually just do all the timers on my phone. I'm done with PED, right? Yeah. Yeah, pop back up. You just see that now. TNTR and RSYS. Ooh, I don't like it, man. It's getting close to 50. But we don't have to worry about it. Our conditional order is at $1.52. So we're not going to get filled until it gets up to here. So, yeah. Bassi will probably break through this wedge just because they've been performing so well, but I just can't take the risk on that. I'm waiting for them to see downside. TNTR is sketch. I just don't see anything there. And by 10:20, I'm trying to see something there. Low volume here, like I said, just didn't work. I'm going to get rid of that chart. Just too low volume. Nothing's going to move on it. I'll bring this down here so we can look at our screeners. And GBR. Whoops. GBR just failed this wedge. And it's been going down since. Well, it's been sideways a little bit. As soon as the 50 hits the VWAP, that could be a big movement. But we'll keep an eye out on it. Definitely keep an eye out on it. Got a conditional order in on RSYS. We're waiting probably about a minute until it hits the 50. So that we'll keep that up on our big screens. That's going to be a big move. All right. So the price is below the 50 moving average. I'll add stochastics for just a sec. Yeah, it's just been going down, sideways, sideways, sideways. We'll see if it cares about the 50. If it doesn't, well, we aren't in the trade. Doesn't matter. They're at 143. Wow, 143. That's all the way down here. I really wish I was a candle that would show us that. Huh. If it really did drop to 143, then we'll probably leave this alone for the rest of the day. Unfortunately, it's just not going to break a new high a day. TNTR we'll leave for 15 minutes. Wait for 15 minutes on that. Don't see anything on CI. It dropped, tried to follow, it dropped. Low volume on CGen. Still in between these two. There it is. Big red drop. Yeah, but just couldn't get past the 50. Unfortunate. We'll cancel that. Conditional order. And we'll go back to our screeners. GBR. What is this? Candle. Oh man, Yahoo Finance. Years, low volume, ADMP. Is that moving again or no? Dropped out here, up off that line earlier. Yeah, it's just slushing around. I don't see an ABCD here. Because that middle section's just too sporadic to be a C. Yeah. Let's see, that was ADMP. Low volume. Good volume, but we saw that one wasn't moving. SNCR, $1.2 million volume, or share volume. That's not bad. We can look at that. Oh, that was this? Yeah, this was the low volume one. It just wasn't moving, even though it looked like it would. Jivo. Oh my God, Jivo's up again. Jivo is just an historic mover. They are just, oh my God. Oh, I made great trade on them, I think this day, or it was right after they split. You could see the split. and they went from like $4 to like it was absolutely insane. What a day that was. And that's what it is with a lot of this stuff, right? You know, get a day like today, everything's a little bit slow, nothing's really moving, and then you get a day like this where GIVO goes from $4 to like 20. And that's what a lot of this stuff is you're here every day. Some days are good, some days are bad. You use the same principles every day, and some days your principles make you a lot, some days your principles just kind of sit there, nothing really moves. And it really is just what the market pitches to you. But what you're doing with this is every single day it's pretty much the same thing. So you have a system, and you set up your system, you get in your system, and you aren't really relied on the market, because every single day there are movers like this, and there are people trading movers like this. So what you can do is just trade the same style every day. And some days are like today, not a lot of movers, but then some days you use the same principles, but they really do work. And will work, of course they work, but you can hit grand slam home runs. I mean, guys, this is like 4 to 20, like it's crazy, man. Quintuple any amount you trade in that. I mean, obviously not everyone got that trade. I didn't get that trade on that one day, but you can make, it's crazy. Basi, they doubled today. No, they didn't. They went to 2.5. Whoa! Oh my god, what did I tell you guys, man? Saw this wedge, drew this wedge, and just short. Comes right through that, straight through the VWAP, straight to the MAs. Obviously we're using Yahoo Finance. We didn't have our 4 charts. I'd usually have 4 charts, and I'd see this, and I'd cover right here. I'd cover at the 50, so I'd probably buy back my shares right around 217, 218. Short would be at 228, 229, 230. You're right around 230, right around here is where you'd short. After it was stuck out of it, maybe 228 at the worst. 230 probably is a short on this. 230 to 217 is the short you'd make on that. Can't believe we missed that trade. We were talking too much about the greater picture. But bam, guys, just draw your lines and wait for what you like, because we drew a bunch of lines on this and we saw a bunch of upward movements that we just didn't agree with. But then all we needed was that one downward movement we agreed with. Shorted it, boom, profit, take it, we're out. We don't care anymore. That's what a lot of this stuff is. We didn't make a trade on it, but it's not like we're making real trades today. If we're making real trades, that would be a good one. 15 minutes I said for this. We have another 10. ACXM. Interesting. It's a very cheap stock. Low volume, but oh yeah, see, I didn't see it earlier. That's why I was confused. It's a $30 stock, isn't it? I didn't really realize that. Whoops. Yeah, not trading that. 1.6. Jivo, Salem. Not a lot here. Ped took an L. Did they really take an L? Here's a daily chart. Yeah, man. Told you. Yeah, took an L. Just too much in the past couple of days. They couldn't sustain that. I need to refresh my screeners. I need to look at RSYS, see if it's still going down. Yeah. Alright, we're done with that basically. GBR. It's at 914. Yeah, GBR just going sideways after that big run up this morning. And that's where you'll see a lot of your big trades, is in that first 10 minutes, man. First 20 minutes, 9:30 to 10. That is the most volatility. But you got to be quick. And it's set to be quick with Yahoo Finance, because Yahoo Finance is not quick. But it's cool. You go with your broker, you guys just be quick, and you'll be fine. Just make sure when you are quick at this morning areas, you definitely set stop losses, because you don't want these to dump on you and you to be stuck holding it. Right. Let's see if we see anything new here. CEI is up 60%. TRXC, yeah. I think we're done with TRXC for the day. Just not looking good. CEI, oh, nice little retrace. I mean, they were doing bad, but they did do a nice retrace. I don't see an overall pattern here. This is more of a scalp trade. I don't see anything big here at all. Yeah, it just, that's a tough. I'll keep it open. I'll keep it open. Put it over here with GBR, which is going sideways. We'll see Bassey probably go down off of this again. But I'm not making a second trade on that because I don't want to short the same thing twice. Shorting's always risky because these things can move pretty up. They can move up pretty quickly. So you really got to see it, at least for me. A lot of people short a lot more than they buy. I buy a lot more than I short, so it really just depends on your trading style. But I'm more in buy. An hour in. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. 8 minutes, another 7 minutes, then we'll make a call on TNTR. Not looking great so far. It's sideways. The only patterns I see, I mean, that's bad, man. That is bad. Wait, never mind. That's good. Oh my god, what? That's really good. This crosses at 10:55, 10:54. Oh crap, man. Alright, 10:54. It's 10:30. 54, 14 minutes. Bam, 14 minutes. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put it right here. Right here. Keep that right there. That's when we're going to make our trade on TNTR if we like it. Okay. CEI moving up again. And they failed it. Not surprising. Yeah. If you were looking to go long on this, you'd put a conditional order around 84 cents right above it so you wouldn't be risking that. I don't think it even touched the VWAP though, so if you put a conditional order on the VWAP, you'd still be fine because it just completely failed it. So probably ignore that for the rest of the day. And the lines we drew, by the way, on TNTR were just based off high, 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 low, low, low. So that's how we got this pattern that we're doing. This is a wedge pattern. We talked about this on like technical analysis 3, I think, Wednesdays, third Wednesday, something like that. I'm sure you guys watched all the videos, which is great. Terrific course. It's a lot of really good stuff. And this is applying it. Usually you can get a pretty good feel for how the day's going to go in the first hour. Market today's been pretty mediocre. But, you know, what are you going to do? You trade for every day, and you hope that all the days you get, most of them are good days. Hope for good days, but you got to trade all days, man. You can't miss them. Because the day you miss a day, that's going to be where you see a 750% gainer like Jivo or those guys, man. All of them. Top ships. Oh, what are they doing today? Just out of curiosity. We're not making another trade on Batty. I can't spell. Top ships is always so fun. I absolutely love this stock, guys. They never fail to excite. Split, 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 split. Oh my god, they're just great. You see these, I mean, that's like maybe 3 or 4 big moves a year. You just get hundreds of those stocks and you can have moves every day, man. Yeah, it's always good to just trade, and you get that kind of knowledge just by doing it, just by going out and just doing it for a month, right? And sometimes, you know, 1 month really sucks, and then the next month you make like more than you've ever made, and yeah. RSYS is at $1.44. Pretty sure that's not good. We're looking at $1.53 entry, but it just broke under that MA. A retrace would be good, but I don't think a retrace would have any momentum. This thing has had no momentum all day. It's just straight down. It'd be a good short, but you know, I mean, I don't want to sit with this for the rest of the day because I'd probably cover it about 3 or 4 p.m. Another 10 minutes until this continues. This chart for ADMP, I think we're done with ADMP for today. We made 2 trades on them, and yeah, they've just tapered off. And that's how you can usually tell, right? You'll see the market and kind of the way you think about the stock and what you think's going to happen with it. And usually most people are going to, you know, the buyers on this stock obviously agree because the price is going down. So just stick with your gut and go with how it feels. We're done with that. Going back to our screeners, we're done with this pre-market. This pre-market stuff. We're done with this because we can refresh it now, but it's like we don't. You know, I don't know if this cuts off at 9:30, but it's just not as good as a real scanner. So we're cutting that off. We're done with that. Yeah. Look at our scanner, and same stuff. GBR is just gonna be a tough trade today. After that big run up, it's just going sideways between this resistance line that we drew. And we drew that resistance line off of, or which other resistance? Uh-oh, where'd it go? Oh no, where'd it go? Guys, I swear there was a line here. I don't know what I did. I thought there was a line here. There was no line. Okay, well. Okay then. That line disappeared. That'll be a tough one to break. Especially, you know, maybe if it bounces off the VWAP, but we'll have to see it touch the VWAP first, which is at 847. It's a 30-cent move. 15. Yeah, okay. Got it. I've seen ears a couple times today. I wonder what that is. Are we done with PED? Yeah, I think we're done with PED. Ears. Big run up in the morning. Wait, where's 9:30? All right, here's the open. No volume. Bam! Huge run up from 8. Peaks here, then just crashes through the VWAP. Missed that trade. I mean, there's not much to do on that, but short it because no one really knew about it here. You could see a possible scalp on this if you had it up on your scanners. Probably right here. You could take that trade, breaks through the resistance, upward wedge, and just try to sell at a high before it takes this big drop off. I mean, that's about 2 minutes to sell it, and that's a tough sell at that. But, you know, that about a 30 to 16. So off of that scalp opportunity, you know, it's like a 12% move. Not bad at all. Don't see anything there. We're waiting for this trade on TNTR mostly. It'll be at 7 minutes until these two touch, just based off of looking at the chart and looking at our lines. Unless we see an early break off. If we see a break, then I am definitely, and this is where you have your finger on the market buy button. Because if this thing goes, then it will definitely go. Because it could be like right here and just go up. You can go up. You want to watch it on this high side, because on this high side sometimes it just shoots right off before getting to this end. And watching that, I'm also looking at our profit targets on here, and I'm just going to base it off of yesterday because yesterday was big. Say about 40 cents. 40 cents is the high side. Big stretch up to the 50s, but I'd say probably sell in the first 1 minute pullback. Maybe the first, yeah. The first sustained 2 minute pullback probably is a better, safer bet. We're getting our finger on this. We're going to do buy TNTR. And we don't know what we're buying at yet because we've got about 550 until we start to really know. And that might be a good timer for when to get out if it pops up early. Where's the 50? Yeah, it's right at the 50, right at the 200. And it is just touching that line. It wants to break it. Definitely wants to break it. I'm going to put a conditional order just in case it breaks early and I don't get a live feed on Yahoo Finance at 315. Yeah, 315 conditional. But I'm hoping to get filled around the 30-cent mark if it keeps going sideways, which would be the good way. That'd be good. Looks like it hit 315. We're filled at 315, I think. Yeah, maybe. It says 315 on the chart. It says 312 over here. Is it going to make its mind up, you think? Come on, Yahoo Finance. 312. All right, we'll give it another 4 minutes. Our conditional order's at 315. That might be the ask is 315, which is fair enough. I'm not going to buy until the last price was 315. Ugh. This could be possible ABCD in about 8 minutes. So this times 2 is 8 minutes. So we'll do this trade, then move over to ears. Ears. My God, what a stock ticker. Still don't see 315. I'm not a big fan of how this trade's moving. It broke up here, but it just didn't keep going. I don't like that. I'm considering canceling my conditional order because I don't like that at all. I really wish I could see a chart on this. Do I have water? No, I don't. Big move on GBR. Just hit a resistance at like 10. If we can see a price movement to like 10:30, I'm gonna start to like it. Still watching TNTR, but it's down to 30 cents. Yeah, that was a false breakout. It's a good thing we didn't get filled. Went to 315. Wow. Dude, that's close. This is a bad feed because I don't know if I'd get filled on that or not just based off of this. So I'm looking at this price. Hit 315. Bounced right down. I'm going to say we didn't get filled because I didn't see it on the top left, man. But we're still watching this. If we can get down to here and then go up, it'll still be a good trade. Like I said, that we're trying to look at it around 30 cents, and it looks like it's at 30 cents. But I'm trying to look at it at 30 cents as well as in this pattern, because I don't want it to make its own pattern here. I want it to stay in the overall trend, which I'm going to slightly adjust just to match these two candles. But the bottom of the candle here and this should be right together. Yeah, right about there. I think bottom here. Oh, oops. I'm drawing a line, and I see that. I see this, and I like that pattern a lot. All right, GBR just moved a lot. Let's see if it's gonna break that resistance. 10-3, boom! Oh my gosh, I love it. What a great! Guys, I'm freaking telling you, man. I said 10-3. I said buy at 10-3, but Yahoo Finance, guys. Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. I hate Yahoo Finance so much. I'm doing this for you guys, but for the love of God, please don't trade off Yahoo Finance. Use your actual broker so you get real feeds. Oh my God. Yeah, broke 10-3 like I said. I called 10-3. 10-8. That's not bad though. No one knows where the top is anyway. It's about a 5% move off of a scalp trade. But I probably wouldn't have sold to about 10.55 anyway. It's always tough to find sell targets on short-term 2-minute moves. Boom. This just hit the 50. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. 294. 295. 294. Ears at 294. Ears at 295. Ooh, I like it, man. I like it. Let's see, eyes not moving. This is right along the trend line. We aren't in it. What is that? Oh, stopwatch. Oh my god, I was like, what's that noise? Okay. Still have another couple minutes till that touches, unfortunately. We had an aggressive price movement here. And I guess I'll draw that in. Because that was our timer on that. It is right about... Still at 95 cents. This is not, you know... I don't know, I'll let that go for another 2 minutes. I like ears. I do like ears. Whether or not it's gonna bounce is another question, but this is an interesting price. It started the day at 77 cents. Now it's at 94 cents. Yikes. See, if it started the day at 94 cents, I'd be interested. But it started the day at 77 cents. So I could consider seeing them crash through this 50. What's the movement on here? I mean, there just isn't a good trend line to draw on this, which is the problem. You just, there's nothing here to see. And I don't see, like, 5-day support resistances. Huge run up. I mean, upward movement here is going to be tough. I see support at 96, support at 96, support at 96. But what I don't see is bouncing support. I just see flat support at 96, which means no movement. It just sits at 96 cents. I mean, we're at 95 cents. Caramba. TNTR is at 30 cents. Good. Good. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm also a little bit scared because I saw a false breakout. And we saw that false breakout we were in. So I don't know if all the support's there. I'm going to go here in my spotlight. Search TNTR. Is it on here? It's not on here? TNTR's off the scanners? Oh, I didn't filter. By percent gain. Boom. Movement. CEI. Just hit the VWAP. We're in. Yeah, 100% market buy. I guess we'd probably get filled at 83 cents. Come on. Let's see what we can see off that. We're filled at 83. That's a market buy. You get your market buy button right next to that chart. The instant it touches the VWAP, you're in it. CEI, 83 cents. Yeah, 83 cents. Come on. Keep going. I see this as a huge movement. It just broke the freaking VWAP. That's going to be huge. Stop loss is at 82. Yeah, stop loss at 83 cents. This is a 1 minute pullback, not a big deal. I love this trade. This is a good trade. If we can see a new high off this, I'll tell you what, I got my stop loss at 83 cents. They're at 79 cents? No, they're 83 cents. Wait, I thought... Guys, I might kill Yahoo Finance. I'm so upset. Wait. The VWAP is at 82.6, 83 cents. But the candle's at like 85 cents. Are you serious? It says 83.71. Yeah, okay. Well, our stop loss at 83 cents. That's not good. I thought our stop loss was at the VWAP. But the VWAP's at like 82.5? Alright, 82.5. Should have set my stop loss here the first time. We were trying to set it right at the VWAP. Well, that's more like 82. Yeah, 82.5. Can't do that mess up on a real trade. And apparently, oh my god, did that really just happen? Yikes. Another reason to use a real charting software is all your charts don't close for no reason. Oh, we aren't looking at square. Whoops. Okay, so we're in CEI. And we're waiting for that to move. We're also looking. Oh, 82. Dang. Yeah, 82. That's a stop out. Just didn't do it, man. It was almost there. It broke it, but it just didn't have the support to follow through. Unfortunately. Let's see TNTR. TNTR is edging towards. Oh, dude, that looks like a terrific wedge setup. I love it. The instant we see them at 31 cents, or yeah, 31 cents, that's a high side, man. Yeah, boom. That's going to be big. I'm thinking 30.88's pretty solid. 30.77, 30.77, 30.78. How about 30.77? So it stopped out. Additional order there. It's unfortunate. See, I could have ran, but it didn't. Well, yeah, just going sideways above the VWAP. It's not bad, man. Unfortunately, we got stopped out. We kept the stop tight, and when it hit the stop, we got out. Sometimes people set their stops a little looser. 82-cent stop loss. Probably be 81 cents, really below that VWAP, but we kept it tight today because we were trying to minimize risk, and keeping stops tight does that. So not bad. GBR's at 10.4. We saw that. Yeah, still just going sideways. It's about 11 o'clock. I think TNTR might be the last trade we make. I don't want this to go on too. Oh, boom. Where's conditional order? Where's our conditional order? 30.77. We're at 30.69. No, 30.31. Okay. So we got filled, and we got filled off a little pop, but we'll have to wait. Filled that. Alright. We give that probably until about 11:45. This one did pop. Wow, okay, yeah, good job. Could have made a trade on ears. Didn't, but yeah, popped off the 50. Wow, okay, yeah. Should have made that trade. But I didn't. That's okay. Some days you get it. Some days you don't. Very possible trade right there, though. You buy that off the 50. I don't know. I looked at the long term. I just didn't like I didn't like it historically, which is why I stayed away from it. And also since, it just has been such a big mover today. But, 20%, I guess, from open, a little bit more than that. Well, since it's $1.05, probably 30%, but it's a big move. I didn't think it had the strength to do that, especially with that low volume in the beginning. Now you know, right? You see, I tapered off. Yeah, it's a good thing we stopped out. They were just not. Yeah. Yeah, they'll probably go down for the rest of the day if they couldn't retest the VWAP at one time. Alright, TNTR. Is it 306? 308. I like it. It's coming right out of this wedge, which is perfectly fine by me. I'm thirsty. Oh, is that GBR? I like that. That's a nice wedge on GBR. Look at that. We're over that level we drew earlier. That could be good. That could be... Dude, that could be good. I'm putting my hand on the buy order for the market option on that trade right there. I didn't like this other move. I just wasn't quick enough on it, unfortunately. But I can be quick on this move. Probably can 1070. We don't know the high end. Oh crap. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Buy at 1074. GBR. If we see 1070, is that really? Is it 980? Did it drop? I guess it dropped. Yeah, failed, man. Well, that's that. I wasn't about to short it since it'd gone up so much today. But didn't make it to 1075, unfortunately. Failed the triangle. It'll probably downtrend for a little bit, at least down to the 50 MA. Possible short trade you could make there if you take more short trades, if you're into short trades. Definitely a good trade you could make. Cancel that. Excuse me. Let's see what TNTR is doing. We're filled at 0.3077. They're at 38. Yeah, okay. We're looking to get this price. If we could hopefully get to new highs of day, which is at 35 cents. So if we can see that, then I will be very happy. Oops, ran over a flask. Right. Interesting, see if there's anything new on the screener. But I think the day's kind of dying down. You can sort of feel it when a day like today dies down. Today wasn't a big day. Today was a little more of a slow day. And when you have slower days, you can usually see the market die down a little bit earlier than noon. Some really exciting days you'll be here till noon, but slowed down today. We were not trading till noon. By the looks of it. Let's see what TNTR does. I'm so sad. I really wish RSYS hit the VWAP, but it just didn't happen. I mean, the only possible trade here is for it to break the 50, then break the VWAP, which are two very strong resistances. I just don't think it can do it, especially going down pretty much all day. It just has gone down. Very unfortunate. Ears did a nice bounce. They did a nice short-term bounce. You could scalp that. They're back to where they were. They're back to 98 cents, but that was definitely a very nice scalp you could have made. We didn't make it. We probably should have just put a little position out there though, because we saw the stochastics were super low. I think we looked at stochastics. Well, here, I'll just add stochastics real quick. No, they were low before that, so yeah, you were just buying it off the 50 and hoping it wouldn't break through the 50, which it didn't. So I probably should have watched that. And what you could do, because I was scared because I thought it was going to break below the 50 and just not move. I think the trade on that might have been to wait for this green candle right here. And then once you saw that, oh, it can actually do something, you buy in, and then it just took off. So, you know, it's easy to say, obviously, in hindsight. But, yeah, you can just leave it up on, like, one of your screens. This is why I trade 2 screens. You can just leave it up on your second screen or something. Or maybe if you had, like, a screen up here, you know, 3, I don't know. It just really depends on how much stuff you can look at the same time. And since it's live, because I always have to refresh these charts every time I look at them, but since it's live, you can just see it out of the corner of your eye. Oh, is it gonna move? Bam, bam, bam. And quickly get in it, or you know, be able to look at it. All right. Last thing here. I mean, it's hit like a triple top resistance. I don't think I want to deal with that. GVR's been unpredictable today, except for that one short we saw. I mean, it didn't even go down to the 50 though, which is unfortunate. Hoped it would. Looks like CEI is also just going sideways. You know, it's unfortunate. They could be big, but I think the volume's just out. I don't think they're gonna have the volume to support any big movements for the rest of the day. It's about 11 o'clock. It's 4 in London, so their market's probably just yeah. 11 p.m. and yeah, okay, yeah. All right, that's that. I think our last trade might be TNTR. We are waiting. Oh, man. Bad one there, too. You can see, guys, it kept up here, stayed up here, stayed up here, just fell out of the wedge. That's unfortunate. I don't know why the price here says they're at 30 cents. Because they're not at 30 cents, I don't think. Oh, they came back up? Okay, good. They came back up. I'm going to sell at 34. Yeah. So, just a small loss there. 3048. I guess I'd probably sell market on that. Or limit at the... I mean, obviously, we're not getting real fills here. But, yeah, that's unfortunate. See what happened. It had this triangle. Tried to break out, and we were in it. But, crashed back down, unfortunately. Through these resistance support lines we drew all the way down below the 50, below the VWAP. And that's when you know, guys, that the trade went south. Unfortunately, there just wasn't the volume here today. There wasn't the momentum to support it. Like I said, slow day today. Unfortunate. But you have to trade through the slow days to make it to the big ones. And you really can't tell the difference. You just got to be here. You got to be trading. If you want to trade for those big days. Where stocks just decide to not care about... Oh, my God. Yeah, love them. We sold out. I guess we just didn't have this chart up in time. If we were live, we probably would have seen this move quicker, this down move quicker. But we had to kind of come back to the chart, and we're lucky because it moved up after that down move, and we actually got to sell, you know, at 0.3048, basically 0.305. I mean, very, very small loss because we took small risk, and it was high upside. And we kept our stop loss low. Stop loss is tight, so we had low downside. So yeah, it's a little bit safer. That was that trade, and I just can't really trade it after it failed that wedge. That wedge was like the whole day, because now we can just spend the rest of the day redrawing this bottom and top line. You know, we had those lines, and we could just be like, oh, there's gonna be a new movement. It's gonna do this, and you can just do that all day, guys. I mean, like now there's a new movement, right? But in all reality, it's just widening what you already had. And when it fails it the first time, and it probably failed more than once, right? Like it failed here. Oh wait, no, it didn't fail there. It did well there, and then it hit this, which is unfortunate. But TNTR, what was the volume on it here? TNTR, 6.8 million shares. If we refresh the page and look at it again, whoops. TNTR 6.8 before, now it's 6.9. That's just no volume there. So if there's no volume, there's not going to be any new people. The volume's just going to decrease, right? We see right here, volume decreases. Huge at the beginning, and then it just goes down. And that's what we're trying to trade, is the big movers. And we just didn't see that. And it'll probably just taper off. I mean, just not enough volume to support big movements up to like this 40-cent target we were looking at. Just not going to be there. It's unfortunate, but that's that. We'll go through before we finish up. We'll go through our stocks, go through the gainers, see if we see anything last minute. I really wish this was faster, but you gotta go through internet with Yify instead of having like direct quotes, which just how it works. We're gonna clear our drawing, just look at it. I don't see anything there. It's just gone sideways. Tough trade to make. RSYS. Yeah, unfortunate, man. It could have gone up, broke through, but just didn't do it. Makes sense. This one's one of the higher market caps on this list, which means the monthly volume's actually pretty low, so this is a lot more volume than we usually have, but there's a lot more shares to move. We saw ears moved pretty easily. They were a low cap stock, so something to think about. Float and market cap really affects how fast you can trade out of it, and how quickly your movements are going to be. So usually you'll have like lower market cap stocks have lower floats, so you might see faster movements in those stocks because there's less stuff to trade. So it's obviously going to move faster because there's going to be less askers and less bidders at close prices. All right. Well. Let's see. We're on RS. We'll go to CI. See if we see anything. Nah, we saw this pop up and we tried to buy it off the pop up, but it did not continue. But a lot of times, guys, you see that pop up, you're gonna be good. Like, you see this. It popped up here. I mean, it just took off, popped up here, and it failed again, but it did make a nice movement. So you just gotta take the trade, and as long as you can win, you can. If you can win more than half the time, you're profitable, right? I mean, that's all you gotta do. And when you're taking smart trades like this, it's not tough. You guys can do it, 100%. Is this CEI too? Oh yeah, this has a better feed, I guess. But yeah, we can see right there, no movement. God, I'm still not used to typing things. Usually you can just touch your watch list and it comes up on a chart and it's just great. But we can't do that, and it's a little bit slower. This is Bassy. Yeah, downtrend. Nah, it's kind of just sideways. I'd probably downtrend for the rest of the day, but I'm not going to short that, and you just take the risk on that. I don't want to sit through that trade for the rest of the day. Definitely don't want to hold it overnight. ADMP. Clear drawings. It popped up. They failed. Unfortunate. They were almost an ABCD pattern, but like I said earlier, too much sporadic movement here just wasn't going to happen. Didn't have the support, failed through, and now they're sailing sideways. Just not a good trade. FSDDF. That's one of the cheaper stocks we've seen today. And for a good reason. It has no volume. Like I said, man. No volume. You can't trade that crap. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Zekin. No volume. Can't trade it. We traded TNTR today. They were one of our biggest movers. Unfortunately, they just didn't make it. We're out of that. Doesn't look great. This is not a good wedge, as I've explained earlier. Ears, sea of ears is above 96 cents. No, it bounced up. I mean, everyone sold it. If I was in this trade I bought here, I would probably sell on this beginning of this red candle. Yeah, you see this first red candle and then start to get sketched. But as soon as you see it open this low, that's about the dollar mark, $1.10 or $1. That's when you'd sell that. So you go from 94 to $1.01. About a 7.5% gain. It's very respectable. Alright, what's next on our list? CX. CX, just off the top of my head, looks like it's got pretty good volume, pretty good market cap. Definitely more than the average volume. I just don't see. Popped up this morning. Big. Dude, no volume. And on the 1 minute candles. Then it pops up, but I mean, there's no volume. You know what to do that, and just tough to predict. Just can't stay away from that. BLFS. Am I gonna get that or? Good run up this morning. And that's where we're seeing a lot of these run-ups, guys. And that's really what a lot of this is. Just being quick in the morning. By quick in the morning, I mean quick at 9:30. Those are your prime time entries and exits. That's what you got to be quick with. And it's just tough to do that with Yahoo Finance, unfortunately. But it gapped off of yesterday. Came up. Everyone was paying attention to it because it gapped. Excuse me. And everyone saw it. It came up. It was great. I mean, big mover. You just buy it off the gap, and you buy it because it broke that VWAP. That was a really good trade. I just am so sad that I did not see that on my early market screening, because I'll tell you exactly what I see when I look at this. I see a huge gap, and then I see this candle, and this candle is terrific because there was low volume. Unfortunately, let's see, what was the volume on this? Yeah, it was a low volume trade. 460,000. I mean, the average volume for this stock is 185,000. So you gotta be careful because it was a low volume trade. But you see this candle break the VWAP and go this high, coming towards the high of day. And that's when you know that you put your limit order in at high day 13.5. And then the thing moves to like 14, mid 14s. Yeah, 14. 13.5 to 14 is a very respectable gain. You sell like on your first red candle. You can sell at the bottom of that candle at 14.10. Or the bottom of the close of that candle, sorry. The close of that candle. So you see a red pullback. I mean, you saw here too. It went up really high, closed sideways, then up. And you know that because the top of this candlestick was the high of the candle, which was at about 13.8, I guess. So it did have a small pullback there. It's just a tough call to make, especially if you're in here and you see that. A lot of the time, just give it 2 minutes, give it 3 minutes. We did that today. We set a stopwatches, and it didn't move. It didn't move. We sold it. If it did move, we kept it, and we sold it. So just gotta learn. You learn with time. You learn patience and how much patience you need to have with experience. So you get it. You get it. You definitely get it. I'm gonna go through these next 5 stocks, and then I think we're done for the day. Unfortunately, it just didn't move. Have 'em. 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 ' Wow, this is interesting. So basically no movement pre-market. Scoots up this morning. This is probably off news, to be honest. Let's see. Yep, Havum provides a business. No, that was 5 days ago. Okay, never mind. This is just speculation. If I make a trade on this, I have not seen this all day. This is a news chart. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll do that. That's not bad. That could be a good trade. That could definitely be a good trade. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna give this. I'll put this over on the side. We'll go through the rest of our charts. We'll come back to it. Put it right there. Oh gosh, why did it go full screen? Put it right there. We'll watch it. We'll come back to that at the end. That'll maybe be it. You never know what you can get towards the end. You know, things still move. Things definitely still move. We got that off our screener, so it could be a good one. SNCR low volume. Yeah, we looked at this. Yeah, it's just sideways. It's just, the 50 MA broke the VWAP, which is absolutely insane. But like I said, just no volume, no support on it. I mean, it's just, it could fall at any moment. No one knows. I'm just not a fan of that. RRTS. I see. I mean, wow, that's a pretty good move, honestly. That's not a bad move at all. It did a great run up all day. See, the problem with this is the volume today is 500,000 on it, and sometimes you can get away with trading low volume, like with BLFS. But with this one, it's like, I look at it and I don't see a perfect setup. And you really need that with low volume, because it's like, it's moving up and you see it moving up, and you see this in the morning, right? But it's like, dude, there's no volume. You can't tell. I mean, it moves up like it just didn't know, because there was no candles to support that, and it had this huge drop, huge up, and like there's no way to tell what the high side is for this. Like, this is pure speculation. I mean, you know, it's fine, right? But historically they've done terrible, so it's like the only resistance I could see to trade the stock off is like right about here at the 380 mark. But it's like, there's no way they're gonna hit 380 today. Like 380's up here. That's their next resistance. I mean, you can't do that. I mean, there's this line from the 5-day chart. So you can sort of see it here as a resistance. But there's just no upside in that. And if you look at that in the morning when the price was like right about here, then you just see this line here, because it just wasn't a solid setup and had no volume to support it. So it's a tough trade. And if you see tough trades, man, look for better ones. You know, really try to find better trades. Refreshing Pavim, seeing if I see anything there. Pavim. I saw that triangle, but they just dropped out of it, man. Hit the 50, and they dropped below the 50. They're going to be dead if they touch the VWAP, which is very unfortunate. Alright, well, I think we're almost done, guys. I really hope that... Okay, good. I didn't break everything yet. Well... I guess that's cool. My phone ran out of storage, so... Yeah. Hope you didn't want to see that. I don't know where it cut out, but oh well. You guys get the gist of it. You saw how I set everything up. And you'll get the screens. So that's about it. I don't see a trade on this because it broke down. Like I just talked about this. Roadrunner Transportation Systems. What a fun company. I'll look at these last couple real quick, but I think we are just about done. Basically, you can kind of feel all the momentum's out of the market. Nothing's moving. Low volume here. Just don't like it. DAC. I mean, low volume. Just don't like it. Just can't trade that stuff. Unfortunately, just not a lot of great movers today. But what are you going to do? You got to trade. Ow, I hurt my foot. So just watch for the big movers, and usually they're towards the top. Like I'm looking like all these bottom ones, like these aren't gonna be good. You can't like. This is actually a pretty good mover. $33 stock. We looked at this one earlier. It was just it was no volume. $33 stock. Like you don't know how it's gonna go. It's a tough trade. Here's GBR. GBR. Wow. Yeah, GBR kept going, man. It's a tough call. It wasn't an easy pick. It was tough to make that call. So go with the easy calls, man, because they're easy trades. Today we didn't see a lot of them, but if you guys keep trading, you're gonna get easy trades, and that's when you start to make a lot of money. It's when you get like as we see right here. This is just not happening. So we're done with that. I've got 11:20, and I just don't see anything left in these markets, guys. That's today. That's the day. Not bad. Yeah, just not gonna break the VWAP, unfortunately. Done with that. Screener. Same stuff we've seen all day. Done with that. Ears not coming back up. GBR not coming back up. So we made some trades today. 4-2. That was not a trade. That was just a call out we made in the morning. Bought PED, made a profit on that. Let's see. 297 over 28 is 6%. 6% gain. No change. Canceled that order. No change. We got stopped out. Wait. Yeah, we got stopped out. So no change. Here, I'll separate these into different trades. There, it's a little easier to read. So we put in this order conditional cancel, put in this order conditional canceled. This order we got stopped out. Conditional canceled. We bought TNTR conditional order at 315. What happened there? Oh yeah, we sold TNTR. Oh. Not filled. Yep. Not filled. CEI, we bought at 83. We got stopped out at 82.5. Was a... Yeah, let's do it the other way. .6%. See, here, I'll talk about that at the end. Okay. We got filled, but remember this trade just didn't work out. Let's give or take a 1% loss, but I'll put it down as it is. Dang. All right, and then this order got canceled. So we made 4 trades today. One of them we got stopped. No, 5 trades. No change, no change. Just kind of evened it. We had 2 losses. One of them was 0.6%. One of them was 0.95%. So pretty small losses. And at the beginning of the day, we had a 6% gain. So, like I said, there was some good volatility at the beginning of the day. We did see some good stuff at the beginning of the day, but overall, it was just a sketchy day. I mean, let's see. If we traded all of our cash on every single trade, all day, and like used all of our profits and put everything back in, then 994 times 0.9905. 1,000. So it's about a 4.4% day, 4.4%. So whatever you're, it's 4.4%. Definitely still not a terrible day. I mean, today the NASDAQ moved, 0.10% so far. I mean, I guess since my phone's not recording, I can use it. I go here, open up Yahoo Finance, and I go to markets. I mean, some of the biggest movers today, like that were real companies. Oh, cool. AMD's up. That's nice. I mean, they're not moving 4%. So today was a slow day. I mean, I'll be honest, not a great day, but we still made 4%, which really isn't bad. That compounds quickly. That's a really good gain, and it's definitely better than the index funds. So I'd say probably spent 2, 3, see, it's 11, started at like 9, 10, maybe 2.5 hours trading. And, it might not have looked great, but made good money. And on better days, you can make better money. So that's the takeaway from it. So we're done with that. All right, man. Good luck, guys. Good job. I hope this helped. I really do. The setup behind it is just what matters, and doing it yourself. Just use the tools you have and just go out and do it, and you'll be great. Thanks, guys.